Hello, welcome back to another episode of More Than Friends. My name is Tashi, and with this show, I'd like to give you a female point of view on dating in today's world. For all my daddies out there that, want to meet some hot women. And what better way than going on dates with some of my hottest girlfriends? Ooh, today's date, you're gonna love it. I can't wait for you to meet her. All right, I'm ready for my date because, I don't want to be lonely out here with this gorgeous view. So welcome, baby.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming.
I'm so excited for our date.
Yes, this is Kat Lee, everyone.
Hi.
I'm very excited. She's really gorgeous, and I hope I get lucky.
I'm gonna tell you right now, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I drove in LA traffic, so you're definitely getting lucky.
She's like, something better happen.
You're not getting lucky, I'm getting lucky, I think. I think
You're
that's
like,
what's happening.
I made this happen.
I'm so glad I'm here.
All right, let's go. So what's your biggest ick in a guy?
My biggest ick is definitely when a guy trips, but he doesn't fall. I hate the motion of just I don't know what it is. I know that's not fair because I'm really clumsy, but I hate when a man trips. Just fall. Commit to something. Yeah, stand up straight, be vertical, be confident in your walk, or fall. I need commitment out of a man.
I've actually seen a guy dramatically fall after I scare him. And I was
yeah.
Dude.
It's slay. I love that for you. Get up now, please.
Entertain me.
Yeah. What about you?
I definitely don't love super cheesy dad jokes. Some dad jokes can be funny. There are guys that they know they're being stupid.
Yeah.
But if they really thought that was hilarious, and
because it's always them giving you a corny joke and then they pause for laughter, you're supposed to insert it here and it never comes.
You're
and now there's just a weird tension.
I was supposed to laugh to that.
Yeah. Or sometimes I'll laugh because they think it's funny, not because I thought the joke was funny. Yeah.
You're like, no, we're laughing at you.
Not with you, but it's fine. It happens to the best of us.
It's cute.
As long as you're trying, Please don't try anymore, but yeah, just let it happen. Stop trying. You're thinking too much.
Yeah. So I was thinking I would take you to this super cute view spot and we could just make out and chat.
I love that. That sounds like an amazing afternoon. Yeah. I actually cleared my entire calendar for the rest of the week, so we could really do that.
Are you available the rest of your life?
I sure am. I sure am. We can do whatever you want to do. Just say it. I'll cancel my plans. Yeah.
All right, take the rein. So today I wanted to ask you some common questions I get from men to help them out, find some sexy girls just like yourself.
Love it.
Yay. So let's get into it.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know the question.
You're good. First question. Come prepared. No, first tip. Come prepared with questions. Have a whole conversation with yourself as though you went on the date and then ask that. And if it doesn't work, try again. You don't actually want a conversation with her. You just want to fill space.
Have you ever done that before a date? If you were nervous, you practiced answers back in the day?
Yeah, but they were never for dates. They were more for normal everyday social interaction. Okay, I know tomorrow the lunch lady is going to ask me what I want and it's weird that I keep getting chocolate milk, so maybe switch it up. I'm allergic to strawberries, but I accidentally got strawberry milk, and now I'm going into anaphylactic shock, but that's kind of awkward, so I don't want them to know. I should probably just ask her how her day is.
Were you an awkward person?
Oh, yeah.
I was so awkward. I was as soon as I had to talk to people anywhere, I was well, what would a normal person say now?
Yeah.
Hi.
What is the most awkward interaction you've had, as an adult?
I don't know, honestly. I feel weird shit happens to me all the time. Do you have one?
Mine is not necessarily an awkward moment, but in general, I feel I'm either word vomiting or I am mute.
Oh yeah.
I've had people in social situations ask me if I was okay or they thought I fell asleep.
I do the thing that
I'm just so quiet.
When you first get high and you're okay, I'm gonna join the conversation now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, they're on a different subject. Oh, I'll join now, and it's oh, they're talking about something else. That's me sober.
Do you feel you're trying to double dutch and just trying to find a way to jump in?
Should I jump in now?
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything good to say.
But now you have that one thing in the back of your mind, if the conversation was back here, I have such a great thing to input. I have such a great point.
They talk about this,
yeah.
I'm golden. Do you think a guy could ever get out of the friend zone?
With me or in general?
Have you ever?
I have never met a man who's successfully gotten out of the friend zone with me. And I think it's never because of the way they look, the way they act, or what they do for a living. It's always just like, I don't have many friends, so you are batshit crazy if you think I'm gonna let you out of the friend zone. Like, we are buddy. I will help you find the most beautiful, perfect girl for you, but like, I'm not losing out on a friend. Like, I'm in the single digits. I need you on the team. All right, like, we don't even have a bench. We don't have a real roster. It's Bad News Bears, and I will help you bag. I have so many beautiful, beautiful girlfriends.
Yeah.
If you're a guy and we are truly friends, like, I will help you bag the baddest bitch you've ever seen in your
You're a
life.
good friend.
But you and I are like pals.
Like,
That's
you're my
it.
fucking friend.
If you need something, I have it. Minus like dating me. Everything else is fine. What about you?
Well, that's the thing for me. Guys kind of like creep up on me. Like, if I do go on dates with people, I feel like there's a pressure of like, do we like each other or not? Otherwise, like, are we ever gonna hang out again or whatever? But the thing I like about like if they are a friend first is I like slowly get to know them without the pressure.
Yeah, I love
so
that.
I was like, for me, that works well.
Bye.
Thanks.
Great day.
But yeah, I definitely feel like it would be hard if the guy wasn't flirty at all and like we were really just friendly.
Yeah.
Like, then it would be hard, I feel like, to get out of the friend
Yeah.
zone. But I've had guy friends before where they flirt with everyone, so they're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's fine if they flirted with me and we were friends.
Yeah.
So it was more natural when they actually did hit on me in some way.
See, if you're flirty, if you're a guy and you're flirty with everybody, I just feel like that's a part of your personality. I will never take you seriously. It's always just like fun, cute, whatever. Like, oh, he does that with everybody. Yeah, that's basically my third cousin twice removed. Like, that's fine. He's just a little weird, but I mean, I love him. He means well.
Sometimes.
He touches me sometimes, and I'm like, hey, I'm telling grandma, please stop. And yeah, and then we just stop seeing each other at family functions. You know?
Go separately.
Yeah, separate cars all the time. Must be at different like wings of the house. Never making a plate at the same time. It's fine.
Thanksgiving is so awkward.
But I do feel like guys with me, I usually have a 2-week to 2-month period of like, we are friendly, but you're not in the friend zone yet. I feel like after that period, if you still haven't tried to make a move during like our friendly period, you're now in the friend zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like if you don't take initiative, I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna take a hint. You probably aren't into me as much as I would have been into you. So it's fine. Like it is what it is. But you can't come after like the deadline has been set.
Afterwards, yeah.
It's
You're like,
it's been
already know
written
you
in
this
stone.
way.
Yeah, it's too late
I already
now.
told you too much information.
Yeah, you know me as a person. I told you that in confidence. We can't date now. What do you mean? I don't have the mystique about me anymore. I'm not like cool girl. I'm like the friend that you know with the like weird fear of birds because she's afraid of beaks. Like I can't have that.
I don't sound sexy.
Yeah, I don't sound sexy. A fear of beaks isn't sexy. Like how am I gonna explain to someone I'm terrified of squid because they have beaks too and it's not just birds?
Oh god, it takes me back to camp eating squid. I was like, oh, I don't want it.
Wait, you went to camp? I was never able to go to camp. Actually, that's a lie. I went to one camp. I went to science camp when I was in 5th grade. But I was never like a camper. Like, do you enjoy camping?
Oh no, I feel like nowadays I would need like somewhere to shower.
What if a man wants to sweep you away on like this romantic weekend? He's like, baby, it's gonna be you and me. I know you wanted
Under the
quality time.
stars.
We're gonna see the stars. It's gonna be beautiful. And then he takes you camping. Like hardcore camping, like backpacking, like fit everything in a backpack. You're carrying it yourself. I'm not carrying it for you because I have my stuff.
Yeah.
But we're gonna hike up this mountain, and at the top of the mountain there isn't a cabin, but there's a really great plot of land that we just lay your stuff down.
Put up a tent.
Yeah, you could put up a tent. I'll build a fire. So you have to be handy to a certain extent.
Yeah, that would really
Is that
kill
a hard
me.
pass?
I literally have seen on dating apps like the guys posting him backpacking, and I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like swipe, swipe.
we're never gonna work.
You could be the most beautiful man ever. You could literally be my dream man. And if you're camping outside and in your hinge says like, I want someone to go camping with me, I'm swiping because I know I'm gonna waste your time.
I'm wasting your.
I'm wasting
I'm
your
never
time.
gonna be that girl.
I'm never gonna go hiking. We're literally on a hike right now. I have heels on. Like, this isn't like the right attire. I'm not meant for the outdoors. My parents are Vietnamese. They left the jungle so I can be here with indoor plumbing. I'm not camping. This is almost a microaggression, honestly.
Okay, what would be like your red flag in a guy?
Red flag? Honestly, I feel like with red flags, I always look and I'm like, you know what? It's not that bad. And then with things that aren't red flags, I'm like, oh, ick. No. Because, like, I'm the type, like, my ex-boyfriend was a felon, and I was like, there's nothing wrong with him. You guys don't know him like I do. He is, like, the government doesn't know. He was framed. He never got caught with anything. And I'm making excuses for him left and right. Meanwhile, like, a normal, amazing, great guy will text me with too many emojis. I'm like, ew, how could he? Never, ever, ever. So I'm not the best person to take
you're like,
dating
red
advice
flags
from.
is not really
Yeah.
my thing. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think if I have like a big red flag. I think if they were like, their like bestie was like a really hot chick. They're like,
Yeah.
this is my like girl and she sleeps over and we hang out.
How do
and
you
get
feel
drunk all
about,
the time.
wait, how do you feel about girl besties?
For them, it depends. Like if I can tell there's like something, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
because
no.
there's always kind of a vibe if there is something.
Yeah.
I've met girls in the past where I can tell she would never fucking touch this man.
Yeah,
And I'm like, okay, that's your girl bestie. That's my best friend too. Like, we're cool.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, what you guys do.
Yeah.
You guys knew each other before me. And there are other girls who are like, why do I feel like I'm competing for like your time and attention? Like, this
Yeah.
is weird.
She
This
wishes
isn't just
you
your
were
best
dating.
friend. Like, this is giving like step bro, step sis vibes more than like, oh, best buds. Like, this feels weird. I feel like I'm intruding in on this moment and I need to excuse myself. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. I wanted to spend time with my boyfriend alone today.
They have like inside jokes together this whole conversation you
Yeah.
can't be a part of.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Sometimes when people have these, like, I understand you guys knew each other much
Yeah.
longer than we have known each other, and so you're gonna have these inside jokes. You're gonna have these moments where you guys are clearly bonding. I'm not a part of it,
Yeah.
but include me, you know? Because if you don't include me now, I feel
Yeah.
like there's something weird.
Now it's fucked up.
Yeah, now it's like,
Yeah.
oh, like nobody knows
You
him.
have
Like
to
I
explain
know
the
him.
jokes.
Yeah,
Tell me what's happening.
yeah. Tell me.
Yeah,
I
no.
must know.
There's my favorite though relationships are the ones where like you make so many inside jokes that you
Yeah.
have like your own language.
Yeah.
Like I feel like no one would understand what the fuck we're talking about now.
Yeah. How do you feel about you being the girl best friend? Like, say you have a really great guy friend and he
Yeah.
gets in a relationship. Does your relationship with him then kind of change now that he has a girlfriend?
I feel like for me, I would just want to make sure that she felt like respected. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't like like he's mine. Like,
Yeah.
And then also like letting her know in some way that I'm not interested at all.
Yeah.
Like in that way. Like,
Yeah,
making
I
her
become
feel
very like
comfortable.
hands off. I'm like, you're number one in this situation. What will make you comfortable?
Yeah.
What
no,
do
I
you, like? What do
agree.
you need? What do you want? Do you want to hang out with me one on one? And like,
Yeah.
I tell you his social security number because I will. I will.
I got your back.
He loves you so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing is like, I don't know about you, but for me, when a big ick I found is when a man shits on his ex-girlfriend a
Oh,
lot. In my head now, I get defensive of her. Like, I'm on her team. Like, don't talk about my best friend like that.
Yeah.
Sarah did not cheat on you. Sarah was on a cruise,
of
and
all-
you guys were on a break.
What were you
Okay.
wearing?
What were you wearing? She did not text that man. You don't know that. Like, there's something about a man who just goes so hard in one direction
yeah.
where I'm like, this wasn't healthy, and why
Yeah.
wasn't it healthy?
Because then when it's like too much attacking her, I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't know what you did wrong in the relationship.
Yeah.
And then also like, I just feel like that's going to be me one day that you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like these men are doing, like, you're hiding something because you're overcompensating. I had this guy that I was dating where he was white, and because I'm Asian, like, I think there is always this, like, there are certain things that tip me off about dating a guy who isn't Asian. So with this guy, he used to say shit like, I think it's really weird when a guy isn't attracted to their own race. So he's
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
that is
he's like, oh yeah, like I don't even like white girls. I don't think white girls are attractive. Like and he had blonde hair, blue eyes. And he's like, oh, blonde hair, blue eyes is so gross. Like you guys look, they basically look like my sister. Like I would never. And in my head, I'm like, why are you going so hard? This is
You're like,
a
your
fucking
kids
lie.
might look
Yeah. And then after a while, like I looked through his phone. I was like, you're DMing every blonde hair, blue eyed bitch in a tri-state area.
He's like trying to earn
Yeah,
points
because
with
I'm
you.
trying to like tell him like, why don't you find like white girls attractive? I
Yeah.
think like girls in general are so attractive. Like, what is it about specifically like white girls that you don't like with you being white? And I was like, that's because you're trying to like throw me off. Now you think I'm
Yeah.
only looking at like other Asian bitches
wow.
that you could possibly be talking to. But it's like, no, it's always the ones that they shit on the most.
Do you have a type then?
I don't have a type. I like funny. I think aesthetic. Usually when I tell people my type, they're like, no, we mean like aesthetic. Because my type never looks
Yeah.
a certain way. It's always
Mine's
like
always
a
so
funny,
different.
like a funny guy who makes me feel really comfortable.
Yeah.
That's like my type, no matter
Yeah.
what. Aesthetically, I really love short, jacked men because I'm 5'1".
Yeah.
And anyone taller than like 5'9", it becomes a nussance for me to be
You're
like, hi.
kiss me.
Like, fee fi fo fum, honey. Like, Come on
I know
down.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
tall, but like there's been times where I've tried to date someone very tall, and I'm like, it's annoying to kiss you. I don't like that's gonna piss me off. I'm like, you have to come to me every time. No.
Yeah, and I'm not like against being with a tall man. My head naturally just like, I always do a double take when I see a short jacked guy. Like if you're 5'8" and under, but jacked and look like you have no neck, I am looking, I'm like,
So great.
did you see the love of my life? The guy with no neck? That's mine.
I know. I feel like if I said my type that I actually like aesthetically, I've never even dated that guy.
Really? Okay, what would it be?
It would be like some like darker features, like and like tan skin or something, and like whatever. But I'm like, I've never dated that person.
Yeah.
I've always gone for like the guy that made me laugh. I'm
Yeah.
I'm like, you make me giggle. Like every guy has been like different races and like look completely different.
Across the board, it's like men who make you laugh.
Yeah.
Just you can have a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when you're laying your head down at night, it's like, I just want to giggle. I want to have fun. Because somebody can be so incredibly good looking and then you'd be bored.
yeah.
Like, and it's not even necessarily that they are boring, but maybe you guys don't have a lot in common.
Yeah.
The only thing I really want to do is laugh. I want to laugh, and I want someone who can just eat like shit with me. Because I will usually like try to eat really good and be in good health and take care of myself.
Yeah.
But there are these days when I just feel ravenous, and if you can't sit down and eat like shit.
yeah.
I want to eat until I am in physical pain. If you're not with me, I feel like you're not emotionally
We're just
supportive.
not on the same
And that sounds so terrible because
I
you
know what
shouldn't
you're
have to do that. But like my sister's my go-to person for that. Like I'll look over like, you know what sounds really good?
Yeah.
Like 10 pounds of seafood boil. Is that the entire paycheck for the month? Yeah. But should we do it? Yeah. Because I hate when a man tells me like, oh, like you want boba? Let's go. Like I'll take you to go boba. Like, what do you mean you're not getting any?
Oh god.
You're not.
So rude.
What do you mean you're not? That's rude. That's rude.
That's happened to me before where this guy
Yeah.
was like on a really strict diet and he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you can eat, I'll take you out, we'll go wherever you want to eat, and like that's cool and all, but then he didn't eat that night because there was nothing there he could eat like on his diet, and I was like, oh, like I'm not just gonna eat in front of you. This is
Yeah,
so-
because this feels weird now. I almost feel like I'm doing like a live mukbang video or I'm an animal at the zoo and you're just watching me chow down. And now I feel self-conscious about what I'm eating and what I'm doing. And I'm not having fun because now I feel like I am this fat ass in front of you, this gluttonous pig who's just like oink oink bitch, like I need to go home. I need some.
I'm gonna go.
I
eat
don't feel
alone.
safe. Mom, will you pick me up? I'm scared.
No.
And it's not his fault. It's definitely a me issue.
No.
But
there has to be at least like
Yeah.
one day a week at least. Like that's like on the weekend. I'm like, there's you need cheat days. I
Yeah.
eat very healthy, but I'm like, I need to know somebody will like eat that crap with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, do I want a tub of onion dip that I realize is half just like a jar of mayo with Ruffles? Yeah, I will eat half a jar of mayonnaise and it's fine. Like, that's what our Saturday night is looking like.
In
I don't-
England, mayo
yeah.
is a like condiment.
That's one of my favorite things about England, about the British, is how much they love mayonnaise. Because mayonnaise here in the States get a bad rep.
Oh,
like
yeah.
people are
They're
talking
like,
shit like, ew, mayonnaise is disgusting. Mayonnaise is in some of the best dips you'll have. Ranch is just mayonnaise. Blue cheese is just mayonnaise. Onion dip is just mayonnaise. I fucking love mayonnaise, and I'm not gonna let someone sit here and tell me I'm gross because I want to eat half a tub of mayonnaise. Like, no, I'm gonna do it. Because you don't bat an eye if someone's eating like half a tub of cream cheese with like Ritz crackers, but suddenly it's mayonnaise, and now
you're
someone wants to lock
disgusting.
me up. Like, it's fine. It's fine.
What would be like your ideal date?
I think my ideal date is that we've known each other for a while, because I hate first dates where you don't really know the person and you're trying to get to know them for the first time. Because I don't know what to do with my hands, and I start getting really clammy. I'm like sweating halfway through. I feel like I'm not doing good on the date.
Yeah.
Almost like it's an assignment and I didn't kill it. Like, this presentation is going really terribly. So
Would you hire me?
yeah, like, I really want the job. My biggest flaw is that I care too much, is that I'm a perfectionist. I think my perfect date is definitely after knowing each other for about 2 months, and then we go and we do an activity. Like, I really love going to arcades and playing Connect 4 hoops at Dave & Buster's, because I love to mollywop a man. Like, like intellectually and like physically, because I'm only 5'1", so if I am winning in a basketball game against you, like I'm feeling really good about myself.
That's all I was like, I like winning.
Yeah.
I was like, it makes me happy, so it's fine. Like,
have you ever encountered a sore loser on a date like that? How do you navigate that? I feel like that's so awkward.
Like,
right?
I love guys that can like make fun of themselves and be like, all right, I'm losing, and then be jokey about
Yeah.
it. But like some guys get like genuinely pissed, and they're like mad that they even came.
Yeah, because like, what is
They're
the
like,
rest
"This
of
is
our
dumb."
what is the rest of our lives gonna look like? You competing with me and then getting upset if I did a little better than you.
Oh, that's so sad.
And this isn't something that doesn't matter. We're playing Connect Four hoops. We need to get out of line because like people want to play.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. So now in the bigger aspects of life, like, are you gonna be competing with me in every facet? Are you gonna be rooting for me when I do well, even if you did poorly in something? And I think it shows so much of their personality that you wouldn't be able to see unless you were with them over time.
Yeah, and that's what they do say about even like going on dates where you're playing activities is you see other parts of their personality.
Yeah.
You can't see that on like interview style date where you're just like, oh, what do you do for fun? Well, like people have that shit prepared. Though. Like it's the same answers all the time. But like when you just see someone interact or watching them like interact with other people there, like then I can see like it gives me time to like if like when I went to go throw axes, there was an instructor watching us, of course, because it's dangerous. And like I loved seeing my date interact with him because they're like joking back and forth, and I'm like, oh, like it just makes you feel more comfortable with them too.
Also seeing if a guy hits on a girl in front of you, like a waiter, that's always interesting too. Or if they're super rude to a waiter, I'm like, oh, that gives me the biggest ick. If you're rude to our server, I hate that. If you don't tip well, I hate that.
Or if they like talk shit about strangers walking by, like they're just like mean, like oh look how big that person is, or things like that. I'm like so unnecessary.
Yeah, it's like
just talking shit.
Because also, like, am I boring you to the point where you're looking at other people on their dates or like their dinners? Then now you have to like make commentary.
What they're saying.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, Stephen A. Smith. I didn't know you needed to break down this man's fucking dinner. Am I a snooze? I'm so sorry. I'll leave. It's fine.
How do you meet people then?
Usually it's through like mutual friends.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
always how it is. But I don't date a lot because my first relationship, I was with a guy from the time I was 14 until 23.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was with him for damn near a decade.
That's
and
insane.
we were secretly engaged. And when that broke off, I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, where am I gonna find a man? And I was single for like 6 months, but like not even really 6 months because I was dating someone kind of within that time. We just weren't together. And so this is the first time I'm like single. I don't know, because a part of me is like, girl, the bitches out here, and by bitches I mean men.
Yeah.
And by men, like, I love you, you're not bitches. You're great and fabulous and amazing, but for the context of this conversation, bitches. The bitches out here are fucking crazy. And I came to this realization where I think I have higher standards for men because of the men in my life growing up. Like, I always saw my dad and my uncles and my cousins treating women really well and in a particular way. Yeah. So I only want to accept that type of treatment because I know it's out there.
Exactly.
I just need to go find somebody who is willing to treat me like that. Whereas if I was dating a woman, if I had a hot, look, this is really just like a proposal for you, but like if I had a really hot girlfriend, you know, like let's say she's half British, half Persian, let's say she has a dating show, let's say we're in her car right now, she looks beautiful. Let's say I have a hot girlfriend like that. Let's say her name starts with a T. She would never want for anything. I would just be like, honey, what do you want? What do you want tonight? Do you want to go to Mastro's? I will take you to Mastro's. Do you want to go shopping? I will take you shopping. I would take care of her every whim because I just want to see that woman happy.
Yeah.
For a man, I'm like, I need you to kiss the ground I walk on. Like, I want to be like, I want to take care of a beautiful woman. Yeah, but I don't want to treat a man like that because I'm going to have to do so much for you later in life. I'm going to have to bear your children. I'm going to have to take care of them. You're probably also going to expect me to work at some point. Like, so like, what am I really getting out of this? So you need to work a little more for my time and my attention. Yeah. Whereas with a woman, I'm like, hi, you're so pretty. What do you want? You want flowers? I'll get you flowers.
I'll play everything. No, I agree. Like, I had the Persian side, so like, and British though, they're like very about manners and respecting the woman and all that. So like, even the gentleman like behaviors, like. I like love that. Like literally treating you like a princess, opening the doors for you, doing everything for you. I'm like that's how I grew up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, it's harder to find out here. But when I find it, I'm like, oh, that's very hot.
Yeah. Have you ever had a man open the door for you and try to like show you that he's opening the door to like give himself brownie points? That gives me the ick. I met someone not too long ago, who like opened the door for me once. He's like, my lady. I was like, oh no, that's not it.
Did you notice me opening your door?
Yeah, like, hey, did you see me do this thing? Like, you should do the thing because you want to, or it's courteous, or it's like gentlemanly.
Yeah.
If you don't want to open my door, don't fucking open my door. But don't open my door and be like,
what do I get now?
Yeah.
Blowy?
Yeah, blowy. I'll open the door while you blow me. So it's like kind of even. It's like, that's not how the trade goes. That's not right. That's not okay. But also, I want to go home now. You know what? Close the door back up. I'm gonna go back in. I'm so good, Pookie. I'm good.
What does the last guy you went on a date with do to get you to like go on a date? Like what was like something that made you interested in him?
I think physicality aside from him being like fucking gorgeous, I was just like, he is so secretly nerdy. It's so cute. Because he was this like big jock guy that I had no idea would be as nerdy as he was, and he had this Rolodex knowledge of like WWE, and I watched WWE growing up, so I thought that was so cute. And he like knows everything about the X-Men. He's just like listing this shit off. Wow, that's so attractive. And he isn't afraid of looking dumb or silly or lame either. Cool. He's like, I know this isn't the coolest thing for like for a guy in their like early 30s to be into, but I really like all these things. And like, it's fun. And I think that's so cute. Like when you have your little niche of things you really love, even if it's not fucking cool, you just like rep that shit. You're like, yeah, I love this. Because my first boyfriend, who I was with for 10 years, he was such a nerd where he and I would sit down and watch other people on YouTube play Dungeons and Dragons. So we wouldn't even play. We would watch other people play for like 3 hours and watch this dungeon master create this story. And he loved this card game called Magic the Gathering. And he had no friends in LA to play with him. So I learned how to play Magic the Gathering for him. And I was terrible. But I love these little like very specific niches about someone.
Yeah.
And that's what I want someone to love about me in return. So if someone is interested in me, and if I ask them like, oh, what do you like about me? It's not something kind of weird and niche about me. I'm kind of like, oh, you must not like really like,
you don't know me.
Yeah. Because like, tell me that you really love the fact that I'm terrified of anything with a beak. Like, I am terrified of birds. I'm terrified of like, tell me that you really love.
Yeah. I had someone say the fact that anytime they watch a comedy movie with me, I'm like hitting them every time I laugh. Like,
stuff like that.
Some
is, like,
people think it's annoying, but I love it. I love it.
I love that you can take abuse. Amazing.
No, I agree. I think it's super attractive when someone's like very passionate about something. Like when they're talking about something with enthusiasm. I don't even care what it's about, but I'm like, hell yeah.
Because you see like their eyes kind of like flutter in a way. It's like it brightens up. I'm like, oh, you love this. That's so cute.
And it's cute that you actually learned how to play for him. I think that's adorable.
I was like, I'm trying my best.
You're a real one.
I'm trying my best, but also like, sir, can you please go get a job?
We need to get you more friends.
No, we just need you employed. He was like living with me rent-free for like 3 years. I'm like,
he's like, I love this.
Yeah, I was like working 4 jobs. Like, I'll learn how to play this game for you. It's fine, sweetie.
He's like, I play it all day, but I have no one to play with.
Yeah, I'm like, Mimi, get your job.
After work, I'll play with you.
And I did. I was like, maybe that's where it really comes from. That's why I don't want to ever give a man anything. I want a man to give me shit.
You're like, no.
Whereas like for like a woman's never done me wrong. The most I've ever gotten from a person is always like women in my life giving me stuff. Yeah. It's like my sister or my mom, my cousins, my girlfriends, like they're always the ones checking up on me like, hey, are you sick? I'll like DoorDash you some food. Like, I'll buy you flowers because you're feeling down. It's always the women in my life
like,
doing these things for. So that's why now, like, if I had a hot girlfriend named Tashi, you know,
I'm available.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just
it feels like we have a lot of things in common. It's just like, I'll know how to treat you.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I've
you would
studied
never.
what guys should
Yeah.
be doing, so I got you. I could be
Yeah.
the best boyfriend.
I could be the best boyfriend, the best girlfriend. Also, like, if you want a boyfriend on the side, it's fine. You and I can also, like, we can have boyfriends, but we are girlfriends. Do you know what I mean? Like, all the, like, important,
The real
like,
stuff we
yeah,
need.
the real relationship stuff that you need, like, the, like, emotional intimacy, the, like, kindness, the patience, like, taking care of each other,
Nurturing.
nurturing. Yeah, like, we will do. You can still have your boyfriend. It's fine. I'll have my boyfriend.
fuck your
But,
boyfriend.
like, life partners is us, you know? Like, we're locked in. That's
Sounds
all
like
I
a
really need.
Whenever I actually
Yeah.
want to talk about shit that like he won't care about,
Yeah.
I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
I love
also
that.
a guy who will not engage in the shit that you care about, even if it's stupid to them, I don't like.
Oh, I know.
'Cause,
I
like,
I
yeah.
like even like some stuff that people will say is like conspiracy stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I go down a rabbit hole on TikTok and
Yeah.
I'm like, they know what to feed me now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you can't even indulge in it
Yeah.
like with me a little bit, like, oh, that's crazy. They just go, that's not real. Or
Yeah.
like, and I'm just like, I hate you. Like,
Yeah. Could you just like pretend to know? Yeah, because I want to be able to sit here and explain to you why I like watching the show Tudors and how like incestuous like the English monarchy was, and that's why like Henry wasn't in his right mind. He probably had like chlamydia or syphilis on top of this like terrible injury. Like I need you to know these things and how it leaks back to Princess Diana. And if you're not here with me, I feel like I'm not being heard, I'm not being seen, I'm not being
Yeah.
like loved or cared for, all because you don't want to go through the rabbit hole.
I
with
know.
me.
That's why I
Yeah.
do. Like, that's what's tight is like having that best friend where you're like, they'll watch the stupid shit
Yeah.
with you. Like, watch the weird shows with me.
Yeah, exactly.
My sister dated someone for a bit where like he wouldn't watch anything she wanted to watch and she only had to watch what he did. And I was like, that's so
I
sad.
hate that.
I was like,
I
so
hate that
rude.
for her. So rude, but also like get out. Get out. Not of my house, of my life, please.
Wait, is your sister out here?
Yeah, my sister's in Orange County now.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's where you're going out there.
Yeah, I have family in Orange County, and so I would love to just be closer to my grandparents.
Yeah.
But it's like, also, I realize I don't leave my house in LA because traffic is so bad no matter which direction you go in. So I tend not, I'm like a hermit here.
Yeah,
In Orange County,
that's
I'm like out at the beach. I'm in
Do you
Newport.
walk around more there?
Definitely.
Oh,
I
that's
walk
sick.
so much more. Even my dogs are fucking bougie. Oh my god, I have these two wiener dogs who like refuse to walk in certain areas. They hate Glendale. They
They're like,
hate
"We're in
Encino.
Glendale."
Yeah. They hate Burbank. They love Newport Beach. They love Aspen. They love certain parts of Vegas. And they love Boston. I'm just like, how the
Mom
fuck?
put my glove.
Yeah, they're like, I don't like it in LA. Put my shoes on, please. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
Like, you know that TikTok audio of like Nene Leakes where she's like, ooh, the ghetto. Like, that's what my dogs are saying.
like,
I'm like, we're in Encino. This is such a nice
We're
part of
going
LA.
downhill.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, if they're used to like being by the water or anything like that, I'm like,
no,
the
they were
vibes
from
are
here
so-
originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
For the first year of my oldest dog's life, he refused to walk outside. So I thought he was just afraid of everything. The moment he didn't know anything besides Glendale. The moment I left Glendale and went to Orange County, he would walk outside every day, sunshines and rainbows. Like, he was living his best life. I'm like,
Wow.
you're bougie.
He's like, I'm
You're
really picky
so
about the energy.
fucking bougie. You live better than I do. Oh my
Crazy
god.
that they could tell. It's so funny. Wait, do you get hit on a lot by people?
I
with
don't
your
leave my
dogs?
house, honestly. No, and my dogs are afraid of other people because the first one was a pandemic dog. The second one I got a few months ago, but is learning social cues from the pandemic dog. And so he's like a little like socially not there. And so he barks at everything, and then she follows suit because she thinks, oh, my big brother is scared. I should also be scared of this thing. And so they bark at everyone, which means I can't bring people home. I don't date well. They only love me or my ex.
sorry.
And I'm like, you know what? You just want me to get back with your dad. You're trying to parent trap me right now. And you know what? If the dating scene isn't good, I'll consider spinning the block. I'll consider it. I'm not gonna lie. But for right now, can you just work with mommy? Like, can we try? Can we try to meet people? They're like, no.
No, Mom, you were really picky about the men you bring home.
Yeah.
Dude, that's funny. Sabotaging your dates.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, say a guy would talk to you on social media.
Yeah.
What's like a good DM that you feel like you would reply to?
A good DM, I would honestly, I love opening up my DMs and then pretending like I never saw it. There's something about somebody knowing I opened a message that makes like every bone in my body ache. I'm like, no, I don't want you to think I'm like being mean or like not interested, even though I'm not interested. I just want to be nice about it. Like, I don't want you to feel, like on red, like, oh, this bitch left me on red. Like, I'm nervous. I'm shaking looking at this message. Usually, like, the first thing is, do we have mutual friends?
Yeah.
And then 2, like, how did you slide into my DMs? Because being a girl on OnlyFans, like, a lot of the times I feel like there are 2 different types of people who know me. There are people who know me only from OnlyFans, and there are people who knew me from my podcasting days.
Yeah.
And so half of them are like, oh, I know your personality. I like your personality. That's cool. And the other one is like trying to get me to like, hey, pull up. Like, when am I flying you out? But I don't want.
Like, that one's
First of all, my dogs would hate you. Second of all, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not hopping on this flight.
Especially when that's your first message in a DM.
Yeah, like, I'm not doing that.
It's like, oh, you must really care about me as a person.
Yeah. Someone once DM'd me while I was in New York and told me the best place to go for a cannoli, because I was talking about cannolis for like 2 weeks before this trip.
Yeah.
And that's probably the best way to slide in.
That's
However,
smart.
I was like, I don't think I'm going to go there. That's kind of far. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm not going to the Bronx for a cannoli.
That's smart, though.
Thank
He,
you.
like, found something that he can make a conversation about.
Like a regular conversation is probably my favorite thing. But I need someone who's kind of vetted. Because, like, if you're just a guy from Michigan that I don't know, who only who has a private account, who has, like, 200 followers, but I don't know anyone. Like, I don't know who you are. So there's, like, an element of stranger danger. It's not like there's anything wrong with you, but I only am interested in dating people from social media who have mutual friends with me. So I can kind of ask around, like, hey, who is this guy?
How's this guy?
Yeah. Because I'll ask my friends, and sometimes they're like, oh, stay away from that guy. That guy's terrible.
So what if a guy, like, approached you out in public?
In public? Oh my god, that's when when a guy hits on me in public, instantly my mind goes to, like, I'm a minor. I don't know why. Like, I'm just a girl. I'm literally just a teenage girl. I'm like, oh, thank you, whatever. But, like, in my head, I'm like, I'm 16. Like, what are you doing hitting on a 16-year-old, you fucking creep? And then I look, I'm like, oh, I'm, like, tattooed. I'm 20. I'm almost 30. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is normal. We're the same age. Okay, cool. Usually, I don't know what it is. I have a really bad habit of being like, oh, thank you so much. No, like, I have a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. And then they'll walk away, and my sister will catch me, like, why did you say that? That's like, that guy was your type. You don't have a boyfriend. Like, why did you say that? Are you just not interested? I'll be like, oh, I didn't realize I did that. I actually want to run back and be like, I actually don't have a boyfriend. I'm so sorry.
I don't know why. I was on autopilot.
Yeah, I was just trying to be polite, but like, I do want to go on a date. I promise I don't have a boyfriend. Now I feel like I'm lying.
He's like, fuck, she's a side piece.
No, literally. I'm just like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like the best way a guy hit on me was at a coffee shop. There was like oatmeals on the side in the fridge, and then I like picked one out. Yeah. And then he got one as well, and then was like, hey, is this like a good oatmeal? Like, have you had this before? And then like started up a combo that way. Yeah. That was like cool for me because I was like, oh, I'm talking about this. Yeah. But if someone comes up to me and says like, hey, I think you're really cute, blah, 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 I almost get like weird about it. Because I feel like I have to like, right? I'm like, also it gives you nothing to say back because we're not talking about a subject.
Because you're like, oh, thank you. And now what?
Yeah, I like talk about how cute I am. Yeah. And so like there gives me nothing to talk about, but that's why I like if we're talking about something, I'm like, oh, I feel comfortable now. I'm like, that I can do. Yeah. I'm like, don't put all the attention on me, and now I have to think of what we talk about.
Exactly. Now I feel like I'm almost obliged to like create a conversation out of just this.
So come here.
But I become like a robot where I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? I love this. And now I'm not like speaking with my normal like voice. And it's a different tone, damn near a different accent. I'm like, I don't, no, literally, I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
I actually, like, one guy hit on me at a bookstore, and I was like, it was so smart, because, like, he just asked about, like, the book section I was in, and asked if I like any books in that personal growth section that was good, and I was like, I actually got more nervous, and it wasn't even like he was that attractive, but I think I just, like, liked his confidence of, like, hitting on me. I was like, damn, you are confident. I was like, I like this book, and I was like, why am I being so, like, weird and nervous right now?
Because when someone's really confident, I almost feel like you know something I don't. So I almost think of it as the Pete Davidson effect, where like he knows he's got something. He knows he has that BDE, but like I don't know that. But he's so confident, he must know something I don't know. And if I knew it, I would want him. And now he's super attractive. Like I don't know what it is, but I know you have whatever the it factor is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but now I want to
I feel
find
like
out.
I need
Yeah.
to know.
I need to know now.
That's hilarious. So what's your biggest turn on in the bedroom?
My biggest turn on is I love rough sex.
Yeah.
I love rough
Do you have
sex.
code words?
I don't have code words, but like
You're like, I don't know.
I've had a partner that literally will like test the waters because he's like, okay, I don't know like how like hard I need to do certain things.
Yeah.
So I've had a man literally like choke the living shit out of me, and I realized I had a really high pain tolerance and I didn't know it. And so he's like huge. He's a big man, big strong man, like twice my size. He's gripping the shit out of my throat, and not in like we're not doing anything sexual yet. We're just like trying to put feelers out.
Just feeling it.
Literally like strangling me, and I have a smile on my face, just like, and he's freaked out. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, this is good. You could actually go harder." And he's scared.
You like pass out.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? It's like the Ali Wong joke where she says, "I don't want to die, but I also don't want to know that I'm gonna live." Like that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
I love the like dirty talk, and like it
Yeah.
depending on the person, like I like it being like somewhat degrading sometimes,
Yeah.
or I love the really like lovey-dovey talk, almost
Yeah.
like tell me you love me and you want to like start a family with me.
Yeah.
I'm that in between either one of those.
Yeah. Have you ever had an awkward situation where someone's trying to indulge in one of your kinks, but it doesn't go right? Like they do dirty talk, but it's not the way you want
You're
it.
like, oh, this isn't.
You're like, oh, this is like he's trying and it's so sweet, but this isn't it.
No, yeah. Yeah, I feel like dirty talk. I've also had the opposite where the guy's just quiet the whole time, and then I'm just like,
When
oh.
they're quiet, I feel like I have to be quiet too. And now I feel like
I
we're
was
in
like,
an
now
episode-
my sounds are weird. I'm like
Yeah.
analyzing how
I feel like we're in the episode of that show Silent Library where you're like doing activities trying to be as quiet as possible. Yeah, like I don't want to like I'm sorry. Am I being
it makes me
loud?
more awkward if I
Yeah.
have to be quiet. Yeah, no, I definitely need like I like the mental stimulation of like
Yeah.
you saying some stuff or like one time I did we role played like different people like
Yeah.
pretending like we just met that night and
Yeah.
stuff like that because I was like I would never have a one night stand
Yeah.
but I liked the idea of it.
Right, it's like the
and
thought.
you play a character and we got all into it and I was like that was really hot and I got more stimulated by what we were talking about that it made the sex better.
With roleplay, are there certain things you're not willing to do in roleplay where it's like it's like a little too much for you? Because I can imagine myself doing roleplay, but I couldn't do stuff like if you wanted me to have like an accent, I'm like I can't do that.
I'm not gonna feel hot with it.
I'm not gonna do that. Because like
It's gonna start changing the drunker you get.
yeah. Suddenly you
Starts
have a
out
British
British.
accent, and then you end up Persian. Now you're Jamaican. You're like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm having a great time.
And she's like, I don't know. I started getting Borat on him at the end because she got too drunk.
I don't remember.
The girl off House Bunny.
Oh, Anna Faris.
Yes.
I love her. She's amazing.
She's like the accent got Borat.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, yeah, the dirty talk and role play. Have you ever tried any role play or anything like that?
I
Or any-
haven't. I am somebody where like I don't know how to initiate something like that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like dive first. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not someone who's like, okay, we're gonna like role play. But I think that's the like practice I need to get
Yeah.
started. Where it's like, okay, we know we're gonna do this. So like, if I just come out pretending like I don't know you, like it's not gonna be weird.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be this weird thing because like we both agreed upon.
Yeah.
We're gonna act like we just met tonight.
No, I
and we're
agree.
doing this thing.
That's why for me, I talk about it before we're
Yeah.
even like in a bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I have to like just say like, hey, you know what a kink I would love to do or try? Because like you almost have to be with someone where it's like you could just like
Be
go
silly.
all out.
Yeah, because you have to be able to
we're
laugh at
gonna
yourself
laugh.
at that point, you know?
I'm like, I'm not gonna be like taking the acting
Yeah.
very serious.
Yeah. Do you have like icks in the bedroom?
I think mine is more just like the selfishness. If
Yeah.
I could just feel like they're just like, okay, like me now, like, or
Yeah.
just like them the whole time. I like what turns me on the most is a guy that's like overly giving.
Yeah.
Because then it makes me want to be like overly giving.
Yeah.
And I could like get to that feel. But if I feel like there's like a part of them is like, okay, like they just want it to be them. I'm like, oh god.
Right? Because in my head, I start keeping score now. Like, how is it that every time we hook up, I always give you head, and I have received maybe once in a blue moon. Like, if it's a leap year, I'll get head back. If it's thank God 2024, we have the 29th of February. Because I know I'm getting head in a few days, but like, other than that, I'm not, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, especially as women, you're like expected to always give a guy head in any sort of like sexual experience. Like, I only know one girl in my entire life who says she does not give head ever.
Yeah.
I only know like a handful of guys who give head back.
Yeah, that's actually kind of sad if a guy
It's
didn't
so
want to.
sad.
Like,
And
that would freak
yeah.
me out. That'd be so sad.
I have this rule where I really think I cannot truly fall in love with a man who does not give me head back.
Yeah.
I can
And,
like you,
don't
I can never love
every
you.
part of my body.
Yeah.
Like, that would make me feel
If
uncomfortable.
John Mayer says my body is a wonderland, I expect you to eat out at Wonderland.
I want you to force
Yeah.
me to want to touch other parts of my body. Like, I had
Yeah.
someone recently be like, oh, I want to, like, suck on your toes or whatever. And I was like, that's weird, but sure. Like, I want them to want to touch every part of me.
Right?
Oh my
I want you not to be able to keep your hands off of me. Is that too much to ask for? Like, that you are obsessed kissing the floor I walk on and literally just want to, like, consume my every being?
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
all I
I'm not
ask for. Fuck.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not asking for the moon. I'm just asking for Jupiter.
What's your ick in the bedroom?
My ick in the bedroom is probably very similar to you, like a guy who just like does not really care
Yeah.
about like you having fun. It's about getting him off.
Yeah.
Because if you're not doing foreplay, like we're not doing like mutual oral sex, I just feel like at this point you're using my body to masturbate.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm a real life like fleshlight for you, and like it doesn't matter that I'm here. You just want to use. You just didn't feel like using your hands today, is what it feels like. Yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah, there's nothing gross with that.
Yeah, and now I'm just walking away like I feel gross. I feel icky. Like I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that
Thank
again.
you.
Yeah.
I'll masturbate.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay home. You know what? I'm going celibate. Actually, I don't even want to touch myself after this. I want to shower and not look at another man and never look at the nether regions of myself because it was that jarring that you are just using me to masturbate right now, and I don't feel good about myself anymore, huh? How about that? How about that, pal? I don't feel good about myself anymore because you don't want to touch certain parts of my body. So please leave me alone and use your hands or someone else tonight for the time being. Thank you so much. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. I wish you nothing but the best. And actually, I don't wish you the best. I hope you get blue balls the next 3 times you fuck. How about that? How about that? I'm gonna go find someone who eats me out. Bye.
What a great note to end on. I hope you get blue balls. Thank you
so
much.
much.
For
God
joining us.
bless. This is a Christian channel. This is a God-fearing network. God bless.
Oh my god. Thank you so
Thank you
much
for having me.
joining me on our date.
I loved it. It was
Honestly.
amazing.
I felt like I was like, oh, she's like my new bestie now.
Yeah,
and I hang out with
absolutely.
you.
I'm literally not even like your
how
new
do I, like,
bestie.
join
we're
your life?
we're quite literally like this. You're my
We're a
girlfriend now.
couple.
We're like LinkedIn.
We are
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, we are one. That's it.
Give them your @ and where to find all your amazing content.
So my @ is, why is my Instagram handle so fucking weird? Okay, so it's @T 3 I's 3 E's and an N, or you just look up my name. My name is Katine Lee. You can find me on my links in my Instagram bio, and yeah, I like to talk shit for a living sometimes, and I also love to yap, and I like to take pictures of my feet sometimes. Yeah, you find me there. Thank you for
And
having
she
me.
actually has a personality. So hot. I was like, I love that I don't have to try to make this entertaining.
Right? I feel like this is quite literally the best day I've ever been on. And I know like we're recording this for a show, but this is quite literally the best conversation I've ever had on a date.
I think I'm getting lucky tonight.
You absolutely
Thank
are.
you.
What do you want? Where do you want to go? I'll take you.
So I'm gonna take you around and show you this cute little view spot and blast some sick beats.
Cute. Love it.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.